What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Olive Drift channel. Today I'm going to be doing a cut and shut on a SR20 valve cover. So I've already cut it because I thought I was recording and I actually just took a photo, and then I looked at the footage afterwards. I was like, didn't record anything. But yeah, basically you want S14's got better baffles than the S13 cover. So if you're running high boost, you want the S14 cover because it lets the oil get out of the air that's inside your crankcase, whatever head, better. And so it stops the breathing, basically. Any oil getting in your catch can. If you're running high boost with a normal S13 cover, you want the S14 one, not the S15, because the S15's got the different coil pack holes. So if you're still going to run your S13 coils, so you need the S14 cover because the holes are different size. But basically, I take an old head, SR20 head, and I just mark it. I've got 2 marks, just roughly. I measure the same distance back from the stud, put a mark there and there, transfer it onto the cover, and then basically I just get a bit of electrical tape and just run it up and over the top, trace the line against the edge of the tape with a texter or whatever, pencil, and then rough cut it, but I leave plenty of meat on both sides so that I can just flap a disc it back and make it fit up nice. So, because when you cut you don't want to cut it too short because you don't want to have to fill any gaps, you know? You want it to be pretty sweet. Fit up all the way over. I got some time-lapse footage of me actually cutting it, but I didn't get this first bit with all the info on how I cut it. But yeah, and then you have to have the spare head because you got to bolt it down while you tack it and get the spacing right. You need the what do you call the rubber washer things. So put 2 on there and 4 on the cover, so it holds it down nice and firm, nice and flush with the head, no gasket, and then tack her up, pull it off, give it another clean probably, and then weld it. So that's where we're up to now. About to give it a clean with some acetone, tack it up, and then I can pull it off and blaze. Stay tuned. Alrighty. Changed to my Widowmaker, the old Widowmaker 200, which this one's actually a bit dirty. I do have a clean one for alloy only, but I couldn't find it. So I wasn't going to use this, I was just going to use a cutting disc and file it, but it's going too slow. These things are great, they chew through alloy so fast. But you got to hold on to it pretty tight because it will take your finger clean off pretty quick. But I like these because they don't contaminate the surface that you're going to weld. So really, if you're just going to cut a bit of sheet or something or a small bit of alloy, you could just go straight and weld it because it hasn't put any silicone or anything in it from the cutting discs which contaminate the cut. You've usually always got a file after you do this with the cutting disc cutting, but with these things you don't have to. So I like those. It's just a bit risky, but life's pretty boring with that risk, isn't it? Get some of your clothes, but so this piece is for the bin. See ya, mate. Come on. And so is this waste of space? And we take this and this. Weld. Happy days. Well, that should be the thingy, shouldn't it? The picture for the YouTube. The clickbait. Alrighty, so take the flapper disc now, clean some paint off so we can weld in McWeld weld without getting paint in our weld. And you do have to take off, I think, this ridge here You got to take that down a bit because the timing chain will hit it. So I think what else? And this wall here, if you're going to run rocker arm stoppers, you got to remember to cut that out as well. And if you're going to do this and then go to the effort of getting it painted, you might want to think about welding on speed flow fittings now prior to painting, so that you don't do it later on and go, oh gee, I wish I'd have done that, and then you got to burn it, get it painted again. But some people do like to rock the standard colours and just leave the weld mark on there, so that when people look at it, they go straight away, they know that you've modified your cover. Otherwise, some people don't even pick up on it. But anyway, let's give that a sand, and I can weld it. Alright, I gave it a bit of a sand with the flap disc. Got most of the paint off there. Now it's got to take that, take the ridge out of here a bit, along here. So use my cordless Dremel. They got obviously the one with the, well not obviously, but the one with the big flutes is for soft metals, alloys and stuff. And then like the finer tooth one is for your harder steels, stainless, and stuff like that. You get those bits from like engineering shops, bolt shops, welding shops, Total Tools and stuff do have them, but not as great a range. So yeah. Alloy glitter. Yeah. Sweet. And we set both pieces on the cam cover, on the studs, and then fit it up. On and off, on and off, on and off. File a bit here, file a bit there until it goes together nice and tight. And then we can weld it after we clean it again. So hang on. Okay. Ah, it's dark under here. It's in there. Let me find. Oh, torch. Stick that bit on there, and that bit on there. Da-da-da-da. Not on properly. There we go. I'm going to have to steal some. Oh, good filming. There we go. So I've got to take off heaps. You get the idea. Leave one piece big. Then you can just take at it pretty aggressively with the flapper disc. Get it right back close to where you want it. Then just finish up with the file. And happy days. So yeah, you kind of need a head to do this mod, because you bolt it down and then tack it once it's on there, and then that gives you the right size, length and everything, where the bit should go. Probably the hardest part to weld on this is the little trench where the actual gasket sits. You got to get that without melting it away. But yeah, otherwise it's usually not too bad unless it's got, I don't know, a lot of oil soaked into it, because aluminium is a porous material and it does absorb the oil. And then when you're TIG welding it, because of the AC current, it draws the dirt out of the alloy and into your weld, which is awesome. But yeah, it's probably going to get painted anyway, so meh. Bit of filler putty, painted a nice colour with some glitter. Who will ever know? Alrighty, I will take a bit off this, fit it up, and we'll see how we go from there. Alrighty, so a bit of flappering later, and yeah, she's all sanded, not too bad, join, so ready to TIG. Just give it a clean with some acetone on the inside and the outside, and yeah, happy days. I like to hang it off the edge of the bench and then shine the torch up from underneath so you can see the join, and it tells you where the high spots are. Because one of the things when you're doing this, putting the front on it, it's very easy for it to sit back on an angle like this, and you don't realize that it's not sitting down flat on this edge here. So you think, oh yeah, I've got it nice, and then you look down here and you've got like an angle. So you want it to seal nice in there, because that's where the head gasket goes, so you got to make sure it's sitting flat. And then yeah, away you go. Get the TIG out and have at it. We'll do that next. Alright, so give it a clean with some acetone, and now just like warm up the whole thing a little bit with the heat gun, so that, because one side's going to be like a big heat sink and draw all the heat away from the weld, so when you attack it, the tacks might crack because it's cold, it's going to draw the heat away. But the aluminium's like a really good heat sink, so it heats up and cools down really quickly. That's why they use it for radiators and stuff. It's pretty warm. Nice. Just helps. And then yeah, so I'll take this thing up and we'll blaze it up. What can I put you? Somewhere? No, you won't. Catch. Whoa. So I take off my big gas lens. When I do alloy, I just use those 6. Same purple tungstens. Try to always use fresh tungstens or clean tungstens. Set the TIG on AC, no pulse. 70% of the balance, so we got some cleaning action going on with this dirty old cast alloy. Make sure you use so. Alright, so you can see the black around the edge, especially over this side. there was a lot more old oil residue on the inside, down the inside of the cam cover, which didn't really want to clean off. So it's already drawing that through. Oily cast aluminium, the best. But we'll do our best. Now I've sort of tacked it, sort of stitched it 4 places, hold it square. So I can take it off, flip it over, weld the inside first, come back and do the outside. Alright, so some muppet head stuck the alloy rod straight into the tungsten, which was right about there somewhere. A big blast mark. I gave it a wipe down with some acetone, but you can see it's a little bit warm. You can see there's still, the welds are still dirty. There's some peppering in there. They call it peppering, the little black dots. And it's really bad. Up here, it got really dirty, started to draw some crap in from the other side or somewhere, but you can see all this stuff here in the corners. Ugh. So the AC current, that means the currents, the voltage or the electricity basically from the welder is going into the material and then back out of the material, into the material, back out of the material, in and out, from the torch, in and out, AC, alternating, so it alternates, alternating current. So that's why it draws, it can clean the alloy, so that's why you turn the balance to 70%, so 70% sort of cleaning, drawing it out. That draws it out and sort of kind of blows it away, I guess, sort of, I don't know, it seems to, but anyway, hopefully that comes up a lot better from the other side. But it's going pretty well on the inside mostly. This area through here was pretty clean anyways. I've done the hardest parts, which is like this little edge here, because you obviously want your gasket to sit in the groove, and you want to have the alloy, solid alloy all the way down here, so any oil that runs down here just drips off this edge and stays inside your head. You can't get through the crack, come out the outside. Done the top side too, right to the edge. So that's going pretty well. So I just finished this up, hopefully without shoving the rod into the tungsten again. This big blob of yuckiness. Nice alloy dab on the end there. It's got a freshie. Ooh. Okay. Sharp. Yeah, carry on. Alrighty then. There we go. all welded. All done. Pretty happy. When I was welding when I started to weld the inside, whoops, like when I first started here, it shows you how much the cold metal draws the heat away, because it just cracked. I welded like that first 35 mil, and it just split straight along the weld. So obviously the material on this side was drawing the heat away or whatever. It was too hot or not hot enough. So went over it again, and then the heat got in there, and it went pretty sweet from there. So pretty happy. I gotta clean the weld out of the gasket groove there. This side went pretty sweet. So there you go. That's 1413 cam cover. So you do it. Done. For your Henry. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is a short video on that, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'll make more videos, but yeah. Work, busy, stuff. Keep getting these little side projects, and then they get in the way of the RX-7, and then I don't do RX-7 stuff. But oh well. Stay tuned. There'll be more RX-7 stuff soon. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.